Welcome to the initiative on quantitative aptitude, develop, enhance, enrich. In this 13th video, we continue to solve certain problems on compound interest. First, we recall the compound interest formula. The principal amount P becomes in n years at R% interest rate compounded annually as P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. At what rate of compound interest per annum will a sum of rupees 1200 become rupees 1348.32 in 2 years? So 1200 becomes 1348.32 in 2 years. We have to find out the compound interest rate. So the compound interest for 1200 for 2 years is 1348.32 minus 1200. That is 148.32. So 148.32 is the compound interest for 1200 for 2 years. So first we do the problem by starting from the answer choices. So if you note the answer choice, it is given as 6.57% and 7.5%. So the interest rate are small. So when the interest rate are small, the difference between the simple interest and the compound interest is also small. The difference between simple interest and compound interest for 2 years is also small. So we find out the simple interest at 6% for 1200 for 2 years. So at 6% for 2 years for the amount 1200. So for 100 it is 6. So for 1200 it is 12 into 6 for 1 year. We want interest for 2 years. So 2 into 6 into 12, that is 2 into 72, that is 144. So the simple interest at 6% for 1200 for 2 years is 144. Similarly, the simple interest at 6.5% for 2 years for 1200 is 2 into 6.5 into 12. So which if you multiply, you can see that it is 156. But 156 is more than the compound interest 148.32. So, but we know the simple interest is amount is smaller than the compound interest. But here the simple interest at 6.55% is more than the compound interest. So 6.5 is not the correct answer. If simple interest at 6.5% for 2 years is more than 148.32, definitely at 7% and 7.5% are also more than 148.32. So the only simple interest which is less than 148.32 is 6% rate. So 6% rate is the correct answer. And of course, we can verify that 6% is correct by calculating 6% compound interest. So for 1200, simple interest for 1200 at 6% for 1 year is 72. So the first year compound interest also 72. What is the second year compound interest? Second year compound interest is first year compound interest plus interest for first year compound interest. So here the first year compound interest is 72. So the second year compound interest is also 72 plus interest for 72 at 6%. Interest for 72 at 6% means 72 into 0.606 or 72 into 6 by 100, which is 4.32. So the 2-year compound interest for 1200 at 6% rate is 72 plus 4.32, which is 148.32. So 6% is the correct answer, is verified. But what is the alternate method? The alternate method is using the formula for compound interest. We know that the principal amount P becomes P into 1 plus R by 100 power N in N years. In this problem, the principal amount is 1200. So P is 1200. What is N? The number of years is 2. So 1200 into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 2 is 1348.32. So 1 plus R by 100 whole square is 1348.32 divided by 1200, which is 1.1236. So if we perform the actual division by 12 and 2 decimal points, if we shift, then you can see that the answer is 1.1236. So 1 plus R by 100 is 1.1236 whole power 1 by 2. So the square root of 1.1236 is 1.06. R by 100 is 1.06 minus 1, that is 0.06. So R is 0.06 into 100, which is 6. So this is the way to do the problem using the formula. Or equivalently, the formula for compound interest rate is R equal to A by P whole power 1 by N minus 1 into 100. The compound interest rate R is A by P whole power 1 by N minus 1 into 100, where P is the principal amount, N is the number of years, A is the amount the principal amount becomes in N years. So here the principal amount is 1200, number of years is 2. After 2 years, 1200 becomes 1348.32. So A is 1348.32. P is 1200. N is 1 by N is 2. So R is 1348.32 divided by 1200 whole power 1 by 2 minus 1 whole into 100. But 1348.32 divided by 1200 is as before, it is 1.1236. So 1.1236 whole power 1 by 2 is 1.06. So 1.06 minus 1 into 100, that is 0.06 into 100, which is 6. At what rate of compound interest does a sum of money become 9-fold in 2 years? So in 2 years, the amount becomes 9 times the principal amount. So we can do by using the formula P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power N is A, the amount. So here the amount is 9 times principal amount. So 9 times principal amount P into 1 plus R by 100 whole square, because the number of year is 2, is 9P. So 1 plus R by, if we cancel P on both sides, it is 1 plus R by 100 whole square equal to 9. But 9 we can write as 3 square. So 1 plus R by 100 whole square equal to 3 square. Therefore 1 plus R by 100 is 3. So R by 100 is 3 minus 1, which is equal to 2. So R equal to 2000, 200%. Or you can use the formula R equal to A by P whole power 1 by N minus 1 into 100. So that also gives you 200. But the other way is, here the interest rate in the choice given are 100, 200, 300, 150. So the interest rate is very high. So we should not calculate the simple interest. We have to actually calculate the compound interest. So we assume the principal amount is 100. So if the principal amount is 100, then in 2 years it becomes 9 times 100, that is 900. So in 2 years 100 becomes 900. So what is the compound interest for 100 in 2 years? 900 minus 100, that is 800. So the compound interest for 100 in 2 years is 800. So we calculate 2 years compound interest for 100 at 100%. That is the choice A. So 2-year compound interest for 100 at 100% is, so 100% rate of interest. It means for 100 the interest is 100. So the first year compound interest is 100. First year compound interest is 100. What is the second year compound interest? Second year compound interest is first year compound interest plus interest for first year compound interest. So here the first year compound interest is 100. So the second year compound interest is 100 plus interest for again 100. So interest for 100 is 100. So second year compound interest is first year compound interest 100 plus its interest for the interest 100, which is also 100. So 100 plus 100 is the second year compound interest. First year compound interest is 100. So the 2 years compound interest is 300. So 100% is not the answer. So we calculate 2 years compound interest for 100 at 200%. So at 200% means first year compound interest is 200. What is the second year compound interest? First year compound interest 200 plus interest for 200 for 1 year. So interest for 100 for 1 year is 200 here. So what is interest for 200? Interest for 100 is 200. So interest for 200 is 2 into 200, which is 400. So the second year compound interest is 200 plus 400. The first year compound interest is 200. So the 2 years compound interest is 200 plus 200 plus 400, that is 800. So which is our given compound interest for 100 in 2 years. So the answer is 200%. So without using formula, in this way also we can do the problem. A certain sum of money doubles in 4 years at a compound rate of interest per annum. The rate of interest is given 2 power 1 by 2 is 1.414 and 2 power 1 by 4 is 1.1892. So here, if you calculate the interest, if you see the choice, it is 14.9, 16.8, 18.9, 12.9. So we calculate first, if you assume 100 is the principal amount, in 4 years the amount doubles. So in 4 years 100 becomes 200. So what is the 4 years compound interest for 100? It is 200 minus 100, that is 100. So 200 minus 100, which is 100. It is 4-year compound interest. But 4 years simple interest for 100 at 18.9%, which is the highest percentage given in the answer choice, itself is 76 approximately. Okay. Even if you take that as 20, it is rupees 80. 4 into 20, 80. So that we know the interest, compound interest is higher than the simple interest. So the 4-year simple interest is 76 only at 18.9. So if we calculate interest for interest, it will definitely become 100. So the answer is 18.9. Because if we calculate 4-year simple interest for 14.9, 16.8, 12.9, the amount will be very small. So we can guess the answer is 18.9%. Or we can do the problem by the formula. For interest rate, we know R is A by P whole power 1 by N minus 1 into 100. Here the amount doubles in 4 years. So N is 4. A is 2 times principal amount P. So 2P by P give you 2. So 2 power 1 by 4. 2 power 1 by 4 is given as 1.1892. So 1.1892 minus 1 into 100, which is 0.1892 into 100, that is 18.92. So approximately it is 18.9%. So the answer is choice 3. Or using the compound interest formula, P into 1 plus R by 100 power N is P amount, the amount. Here the amount is 2 times the principal amount. So P into 1 plus R by 100 power 4 is 2P. So if you cancel P, you get 1 plus R by 100 power 4 is 2. So R by 100 is 2 power 1 by 4 minus 1. Again 2 power 1 by 4 value if you use, it is 0.1892. So R is 100 into 0.1892, that is 18.92. A sum of money placed at compound interest doubles itself in 5 years. It will amount to 8 times itself at the same rate of interest in how many years? So the amount doubles in 5 years. We have to find the number of years in which the amount becomes 8 times the principal amount. The answer choices given are 5, 10, 15, 20. So in 5 years the amount only doubles. So 5 is not the answer choice, the correct answer. 5 years the amount doubles means every 5 years the amount becomes 2 times the amount. Every 5 years the amount becomes 2 times the amount. So what happened to the amount in 10 years? In the first 5 years it becomes 2 times the amount. So in 10 times, so between 10 and 5 we have 5 years. In 5 years the amount becomes 2 times. So at the end of 5 years it becomes 2 times. So at the end of 10 years it is 2 into 2, which is 4. So in 10 years it becomes 4 times the amount. Then in the next 5 years the 4 times amount will become double. So 4 times becomes doubles means it becomes 2 into 4, that is 8 times. So in 15 years it becomes 8 times. So the answer is 15 years, that is choice C. Or we can use the formula P into 1 plus R by 100 power N is the amount. So here the amount is 2 times the principal amount. So P into 1 plus R by 100 power 5 is 2P. If you cancel P, you get 1 plus R by 100 power 5 equal to 2. But we want 8 times. So 8 is 2 cube. 8 is 2 cube. For 2, we substitute 1 plus R by 100 whole power 5. So 2 cube is 1 plus R by 100 whole power 5 whole power 3. So 8 is 1 in plus R by 100 whole power 5 whole power 3. So it is 5 into 3, that is 15. Therefore, 8p is p into 1 plus r by 100 whole power 15. But what is p into 1 plus r by 100 whole power 15? It is the amount becomes in 15 years. So, the amount becomes in 15 years 8 times the principal amount. That is, it is 8 times the amount invested. Therefore, the answer is choice C. In how many years will a sum of money triple itself at 5% compound interest payable annually? So here the years are 22 years, 22 of 23 and 23 and a half years are the choices given. So we cannot calculate the amount in 22 years how much it becomes directly. So we use the formula P into 1 plus R by 100 power N is the amount. But what we want is, we want N when the amount triple itself. So we want N, the interest rate is 5%. So we want N so that the principal amount P at 5% compound interest rate becomes 3 times principal amount, 3P. So P into 1 plus 5 by 100 whole power N is equal to 3P. We want the value of N. So if you cancel P, you get 1 plus 5 by 100 whole power N is 3. So if you simplify 1 plus 5 by 100, it is 105 by 100. So 105 by 100 power N is 3. That is 1.05 power N equal to 3. We want N. So we have to take logarithm. So if you take logarithm on both sides, log m power n is n log m. So it is n into log 1.05 is logarithm to the base 3. If we take logarithm to the base 10 or natural logarithm, but if you use the logarithm values, then n is log 3 by log 1.05. By using the logarithm values, you can see that it reduced to 22.517. So the answer is choice B. So here you cannot directly calculate the value without using logarithmic table, logarithm values. So I don't understand why this question is asked in quantitative aptitude. Okay, anyhow, know the method. So thank you for watching. Work hard to get a success. Wish you all the best. Thank you.